guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video right now, I'm about to make a fake away kebab. I think the day is Friday, but don't quote me on that. I'm still in that void between Christmas and New Year. Not entirely sure what day of the week it is. It's awesome, I love it. I'm really getting into the swing of not being at work and relaxing and stuff. Anyway, I've just been on a really big dog walk with just Dolly. Dan is out with the other dog and we happened to catch a huge storm burst, whatever you want to call it. There's all kinds of storms going off in England at the moment. There's tornadoes going off in Manchester and there's flooding and wind and trees falling down. It's crazy. It's a grim old night anyway, and we had such a horrendous incident the other day trying to order a kebab takeaway. I've just decided I'm just gonna make my own. I always used to make my own anyway, and I think I just stopped because I don't know, Friday night, I don't want to cook, I'll let someone cook and fetch it to me. But anyway, that just isn't working out for us too well lately. So the recipe I am following is a pinch of nom. So for anyone else who may be, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. So for anyone else who may be on either Slimming World or Weight Watchers or just generally weight conscious of calories that you're consuming, especially this time of year, overindulgence, etc, etc, this is the recipe for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing a chicken breast. The recipe does say chicken thigh, but I've already got chicken breast out defrosted, so that's what I'm going to use. So the first stage is we marinate it. Then while that's marinating, it says for an hour and a half. I might not have an hour and a half. We might get a bit hungry and need to eat before then. But while it's marinating, I'm going to make some sweet potato wedges, fries, something like that. And some nice healthy salad to go with it. In fact, I've just remembered there's something I don't have. So I think I'm going to get the chicken marinating, and then I'm gonna nip out to good old Tesco's because I need some cabbage, because I want to do like a, you know, the typical kind of salad you get with a kebab, and it's got like shredded cabbage in it and shredded onion and lettuce. That's what I really want to do, so I am gonna nip out. But first things first, we are gonna get on with marinating the chicken, so let's go.
Okay, so first things first, we are getting the marinade ready. Now the recipe itself says to use 200 ml of fat-free natural yogurt. Now I didn't have any natural yogurt, so instead I was using a half and half mix between like a fat-free Greek yogurt and then fat-free cottage cheese. Well, I googled actually the best thing to use in substitution for the plain yogurt, and this is what it said because it gives the tartness of the plain yogurt. So to that we add a ton of spices in here. So we've got a tablespoon of garam masala or curry powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of ground cumin, a pinch of cinnamon, a teaspoon of salt. Some of these I just kind of winged and put in as much as I felt we needed because I do like to have my flavours pretty strong. Then the juice of one whole lemon. Now guys, this juice that I'm using, I've had this for years, is absolutely incredible. It gets pretty much every drop of juice out of the lemon. It's amazing. We bought this off Amazon years ago. If I can find it, if it's still on there, I will link it below for you. So everything's all in. Give it a little mixy. As you can see, there's a few lumps in here just from the cottage cheese, but it's fine because they kind of come off when I take the chicken out after. Also, I did try to get hold of the wooden kebab skewer stick things. Didn't have any of those at Tesco's, or the metal ones either. We did used to have them. Got a feeling they're somewhere in the house, put away with all the barbecue things. So I just decided to cook it a slightly different way. If you check the recipe that I've linked down in the description box for pinch of nom, It says to kind of use the half of a potato or an onion, stick the skewers in, and then stick your pieces of chicken down it, so as it cooks it kind of self-bastes and cooks a bit like how a kebab would in a kebab shop, but since I didn't have that, I just did it in the air fryer and it worked just as fine, I think. So here we are now, just chopping some, well, finely chopping, kind of shredding the lettuce. In hindsight, I wish that I'd have got my Ninja out, and I've got a food processing attachment or tool, whatever you want to call it, from there, and I think that if I had have used that, I would have got a much finer slice. The lettuce didn't really bother me so much, but with the cabbage I did chop it as fine as I could without cutting my fingers off, but I think I definitely would benefited from it being cut a little finer, just a little difficult to chew in parts, so for next time I will definitely do it in the Ninja. In case anyone is interested, I am chopping a bit of onion here for myself on my own salad, but I am keeping it out of the main bowl of salad just because Dan is unfortunately allergic to it, so I just keep a little bit separate, and then when it comes to serving up my salad I just sprinkle it on for myself. I'm also really enjoying trying to incorporate as many vibrant colours to the meals that I'm making, and snacks, and I saw these gorgeous little cherry tomatoes when I was up at Tesco's and I just had to buy them. They were just, I don't know, screaming out to me, and I'm really glad that I did because I think they've just given a gorgeous pop of colour to my salad. So to the salad then we just add some dried mint, we add some red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar, you can use either, and some salt, some pepper, a squeeze of lemon or lime juice. I use lemon just because I had it. I think given the choice I would prefer lime, that's just my own preference. I just think I don't know, it just elevates the flavour so much more, but again, that's just my opinion. And then in the days before I started Slimming World, the recipe on Google says to also do a drizzle of olive oil, so I would have done that in the past as well, and it literally does taste like the kind of salad you get with a kebab, but better because it's fresher. So time for a little tidy round just while the chicken is still marinating. It's usually just a good time to try and get as much cleared away as I can, because let's face it, when we've got a belly full of food and we're halfway through watching a amazing Phil who wants to get up and start cleaning the kitchen and loading the dishwasher. Ugh, literally, is there anything worse? So yeah, I'm just using this time as best I can. Just getting a bit of clearing up done, as you can see. Dan's also contributing to cleaning up, but to be fair, that is his mess that is clearing up. I really wanted to record the sound of me peeling these sweet potatoes because it was so satisfying, but Dan and I were having a chit chat as well at the same time, and the sound of our voices sped up was just too ridiculous to include on this, so sorry you don't get to the swishy sounds of me peeling these potatoes. This is just I don't know if this is actually an official Slimming World recipe. I'll have a look, and if I can find it I will link it down below, but it's just chopped sweet potatoes and then a spray of Fry Light and then some salt, and I always use Himalayan pink salt. Dan's got vertigo where he goes like really dizzy and he gets it really bad and it can last days or weeks. He's even had it for months before. It's really bad, and I have noticed that if he has anything that's really salty, he always gets really bad spells of vertigo, whereas using the Himalayan pink salt, it doesn't really affect him. It must just be the mass-produced sort of table salt, if you know what I mean. So we always use the pink Himalayan salt. So we're just adding some smoked paprika, some cumin, and then some Chinese 5 spice as well, just for an extra bit of zhuzh. So yeah, getting those in the oven. In hindsight, the oven should have been hotter because they didn't go too crisp, but they were quite soft, and I almost want to say soggy, but that totally doesn't bother me at all because I quite like my sweet potatoes like that anyway. So just get the chicken in the air fryer since we're not doing it on the kebab sticks in the oven. Quick spray of the Fry Light for the yogurt mint dip kind of thing, rather than buying or using a commercial one that we've got in the cupboard that we've always used that I know has got sugar in it and all kinds of additives and thickeners and God knows what else, things I can't pronounce. I'm just using some plain Greek yogurt, 0% fat, some more dried mint, salt, pop of lemon juice. Is there anything else goes in there? Oh, and then some, is it called Splenda? It's like a healthier version of granulated sugar, so I just put a bit of that in. So then we're using some whole wheat pittas, which are either free on Slimming World if you're using this as your healthy option B, or 7 syns if you've used all your healthy option Bs. Quick sprinkle of water, pop them in the toaster just on low, flip them when it comes up to the other side, again on low, and they should perfectly pop open in the middle. Be really careful though because they are full of steam, but snip them in half. If you haven't done them enough and it hasn't created enough steam inside, you won't be able to cut this easily. It should be really easy for you if you've done this right. And then the fun part, so we're just jamming this full of loads of salad. This is what we're trying to bulk up on mainly. So this is the speed foods and the free foods. This is the absolute perfect dish as far as Slimming World's concerned, because the largest portion of your plate is the speed foods and the salads and stuff. So we just put the salad into the pita bread, we load it up with the chicken, and then we just pop on the sweet potatoes. And then to that I put on some of the yogurt mint kind of yogurty sauce that I've just made, which is delicious by the way. Can be a bit tart if you don't add any of the sugary kind of stuff, so I always add a little bit of that. And then just a bit of sriracha, which I think for this sort of size portion is like half a syn, so I can live with that. And there you have it. It was an absolute delight, filled us good and proper, and we soon fell asleep. So thanks so much for watching this video again, guys. I really, really appreciate all the love and support that I'm getting so far. If you're still here, still watching, please drop me a like, leave a comment, just let me know that you're still here. Tell me whereabouts in the world you are, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye guys!